When you whittle it all down to the basics, a computer only has 3 tasks.
These are input, process, and output.
A computer is defined by the CPU and memory, and without these, a computer is unable to function.
There's also a fourth part, the storage, and without this, you can't really use your computer. So what's the CPU?
It is the part of the computer which executes programs using the fetch, decode, execute cycle. We'll learn about that cycle later in another video.
And memory, or RAM, stores program operations and data when the program isn't being executed.
It has several forms such as registers, cache, RAM, and virtual memory.
And finally, what's storage?
This is where programs and files are stored in the long-term memory, even when they're not being used. Examples of storage include a hard drive, an SD card, a USB stick,
Or if you're a time traveler, a CD. Many computers also have a graphics processing unit.
It's also known as GPU for short. It can be about 10 times faster than the CPU.
It is used to produce snazzy graphics like this video, and is responsible for processing images so that the CPU can perform other tasks.
A computer's performance can be affected by CPU, memory, and bus speeds. If one is a lot slower, it can slow the others down.
It's a bit like when you're on your way to school. If the bus slows down, so does your journey, and then you have to tell your maths teacher why you're late.
Benchmarking is used to assess the performance of a computer. There are different types of benchmark software.
However, benchmarking is quite difficult as some computers can be good at some tasks and are terrible at others. Like some are built for gaming but can't do graphics design very well.
And some are fast at browsing the internet, but you can't run through very quick math equations on them.
A CPU can contain one or more processing units.
Each unit is called a core. That's how come you hear manufacturers talking about a quad-core processor. That's a processor with 4 cores.
It's common for computers to have 2 cores, but most high-power computers have 4, 6, 8, 16, or even more.
Fun fact, the latest iPhone runs the Apple A14 Bionic. It has 6 cores, and the latest Samsung has the Samsung Exynos 2100 with an AMD Radeon GPU with 8 cores. This is as of when the video was recorded.
And we all know with computer science that next week it will be slightly different. Well, that settles what's better then, because the Samsung's got 8 cores and the iPhone's got 6.
Not quite. Having more cores doesn't increase a computer's speed. The cores have to be able to communicate with each other, and this uses some of the extra speed.
Every core has to be able to communicate with every other core. So a 6-core chip has 16 channels.
The clock speed indicates how fast the CPU can run. It's usually measured in gigahertz, and it shows how many instruction cycles a CPU can deal with in a second.
A 2 GHz CPU can perform 2 billion cycles in a second.
And the fastest chip so far? A 10 GHz chip can perform 10 billion. The current chip used by Apple in their phones is the A14, which reaches 3.1 GHz.
It kind of shows how far computers have come. The original Macintosh 1, released in 1985, could only reach a clock speed of 6 MHz. A computer usually has its maximum clock speed set by default, but it is possible to change the speed in the BIOS settings. This is called overclocking.
There are physical limits to how fast a CPU can run based on the circuitry. A CPU can also overheat if they're forced to work faster than they were designed to.
Most Intel chips can only reach 99 degrees before shutting your computer down. This sounds like a lot, but the average computer runs at about 70 to 80 degrees. Basically, don't overclock your processor because it could go very wrong.
Thank you for watching our video on CPU, part of the GCSE and A-level computer science specification. For more content, visit our website at www.tutoreagle.co.uk. Press the like button if you like this video, or send it to someone you don't like if you didn't like it. You can also subscribe and press the notification bell icon to keep up to date with more Tutor Eagle videos.